page, which has become really quite a phenomenon in my opinion. We're actually going to have 4 of us present today. Jerry Nodine, who is a new member and an active Facebook participant, had to cancel his attendance due to a personal situation. But presenting will be myself, Dave Mullins, and Gary Marshinsky. I'm sure you all know by name and reputation.
Reputation precedes you, by the way.
Today we'll talk about what actually is Facebook. Many of you know, but some might not be quite as familiar. We're going to talk about how the RS Prussia Facebook originated and how it has evolved. We're going to talk quite a bit about the accomplishments of the RS Prussia Facebook page and some of the benefits that we've derived as a club and an organization, and maybe even individually in terms of learning new information about the hobby and RS Prussia. We're going to talk about how one can join the RS Prussia Facebook page, and David's going to perform a demonstration, David and Gary, I should say, on the interactive nature of the Facebook. So what is Facebook? It's a social networking service launched in 2004, and it's owned and operated by the Facebook Incorporated. I guess that's David Zuckerberg. It has over 1.11 billion active users, and half of them use Facebook on a mobile device such as a cell phone or iPad. What's interesting to know that within international events, revolutions and social changes have taken place that have been initiated on Facebook, such as the Arab Spring. Users must register before using the site, after which they create a personal profile and other users as friends and exchange messages, including automatic notifications as they update their profile. So essentially you can put as much or as little information as you want about your personal status or where you live, and then you can go about joining the RS Prussia page. You can join a common interest user group such as the RS Prussia Facebook page, and it's organized by hobby, workplace, school, college, or social interest, and you categorize friends into lists as we have with the RS Prussia Facebook page members. It was created by David in 2011, and we've actually hit the 200 member mark today.
And we have 3 people, yes, I just saw that.
Okay,
3
so
people backing up here.
the membership has been amazing in terms of new members finding this page, even without our trying to go out and recruit. I think what we're seeing, and I'm jumping ahead now, is that people are going onto Facebook and for various reasons are typing in the search window RS Prussia or Prussia and coming to our page and then ultimately joining.
Well, asking permission to join.
Exactly.
Once they ask permission to join, we can vet them and make, kind of vet them, look at their profile, see where they came from. If they don't have no friends, they have very little profile, well then you wonder, well, why do they want to join the Facebook page of a collector? And so if they don't look real, then we don't have to accept them.
Right, exactly. Because we realize that when we're discussing our hobby and maybe what we've acquired, there is a lot of sensitive information that could be out there. So we do have some, if you will, policing going on before we actually approve membership.
You want to explain how the letter?
No. No, we'll get to that later. Right. Okay, the purpose is very straightforward. It's a venue to enjoy and share our hobby and to educate those interested in learning about the hobby. And how it was originated. One morning David woke up and he had this fantastic idea. And it really has breathed new life into the hobby and into the club itself.
The truth of the matter was I had bought a berry set on eBay, and when the berry set arrived, the master bowl was shattered. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if there was a place you could go out there on the internet and just tell like a big group of people, I'm looking for a master bowl like this. And that's how I got, that's how I got the idea. And now we have, 200 people. So your chances get better the more people that join when you're saying, I'm looking for something.
See, what he's trying to say is it was all about him.
So Jim, the rest of us are along for the ride. Self-respect. So it is an interactive forum, and within the page, which you will see through the demonstrations, you can post questions and answers, comments, photos, things that you have, or things that you might be looking for, documents, another thing we're going to talk about, likes, which Gary's going to mention about, how you can voice approval or liking something that might be posted. Links, such as we've had many occasions to link to the club website and educate prospective members about the club and the resources and information that the International Club provides. Items for sale, which it's been an interesting topic at times, about how much posting we do with items for sale and things such as that. And then information about auctions and sales alerts. So some of us have learned about opportunities to buy through information that was exchanged on the site.
Yeah, I want to mention too that sometimes you just get to feel you're making new friends, and you find out like somebody's looking for like pieces in a plume mold, and you see something that you think that they really like, and then you can shoot them a message. So we help each other find things.
And then we have another example of one getting lost in the other, where we had a new person asked to join, and he runs an auction house. So he typed ours, Prussia. He's got an auction next weekend. We learn about an auction. He gets hold of us through Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wouldn't even know about this auction if he wasn't on that page to tell us.
Absolutely.
And then also we get to view the pieces.
Right. And it's an opportunity for auctioneers, for example, to sell and get their sales out into the public. And that's exactly what happened. So we have, right now we have 4 administrators, and as David mentioned, we would review prospective members to make sure they're legit and they're not just somebody who's trying to scam people, or that it's not somebody that's just trying to do a little mass marketing and things like that. Try to make sure they're real people.
Yeah, like for instance, if somebody tries to join and let's say they just joined Facebook, then we'll shoot them a note and we'll ask them, how did you find us? Are you interested in collecting RS Prussia? We just have like a little a small like form letter, just so we can get a feel, is this somebody who's just trying to find people that collect RS Prussia but they're not really interested in Prussia? And I'd say, I can't remember when we've had to turn someone away, but generally the person will write us back and say, oh yeah, I have some pieces that were my grandmother's, and they're like, I just joined Facebook just so that I could be a part of this group, because they'd heard from someone else in the group.
Again, new members can join just by searching for RS Prussia Facebook page or a keyword that might lead them to our site. Somebody should happen to type in Schlegel milk, that might end up on the RS Prussia Facebook page, or of course RS Prussia, or just Prussia. Or an existing member can add someone just by signing them up. We also have a couple of avenues to our page, I should say David's page. The the club website has a link to the Facebook page, and then the Collectors Weekly, which is a very nice, interesting collectors website, was kind enough to put a link to the RS Prussia Facebook page.
And I want to tell everybody that it's not like my Facebook page. It's everyone who joins. I feel we have equal part in making it what it becomes. We have equal part in sharing information, pictures.
Right, it's an equal opportunity free for all.
It's actually a lot of fun.
It is.
It's a lot of fun.
I've learned a lot, and I've been around for 100 years now, so it's been it's been pretty interesting. So here, joining is easy, and it takes you no time at all. We think it really complements the RS Prussia Club website because access to it is easy and enables, it facilitates dialogue and learning about the hobby. With the Facebook, posting photos is very easy. Often there's a referral back to the club website because there's a lot of good information and a lot of good pictures posted there. The list of reference materials is something that we refer people to quite a bit. With the Facebook page, say it's peer regulated. If somebody puts in something that's not real, we'll mention it, or we'll try to clarify an item to help people understand, what might fall within the RSP category or what might be something else. And we think it really does promote the hobby. And I don't even know who to thank for this, but we have this club-sponsored membership where we club members have paid for new memberships for people, and this has really gone international. We've gotten at least 10 new members that we've sponsored, and we're hoping that they will enjoy the club, come to the convention, and then rejoin in the next year. And it definitely has built friendships and
That was a Rhoda.
I'm sorry?
That was a Rhoda, Jim Rhoda.
Oh,
At the
okay.
end of, or before an auction, he said that he would sponsor or pay for anyone that wanted to join.
Mhm.
That was at his Ars Prussia
Oh, okay.
auction. You like Prussia? Why don't you join the club? And then we took it a step further and became personal with it.
Right, that's what I said. So,
Yeah, that's what he said. I do that.
we do publicize the convention, and I think we've got some people here that learned about the convention through the Facebook page. A lot of good educational information has been posted. A lot of opportunities for locating wanted items, which we're going to show you soon. Items that were questionable, that were in fact fakes, were in most cases tactfully discussed and revealed to people. We don't want to break anybody's heart on Facebook, but if something is a fake or a phony, we kind of let them know. And again, sometimes it's an informal venue for selling and trading. We've got 200 members and more to come. There's a lot of family members and friends that have been introduced, through our Facebook members. And we really have a lot of people worldwide now. There's more and more people from Poland have joined, not only the young man who has established the museum in Telewitz or Tulewice, Poland, and other people from Poland, but we've got members from these other countries as well. Some more active than others, but they have joined our page and are learning about or have information to discuss about RS. Dealers, collectors, novices, inexperienced, and newcomers, and you can see we've got quite a diverse and very nice group, in my opinion.
I want to mention that it's been so interesting, especially since Poland joined, that we've seen so many photographs of the city of Tillwitz, where so much of our Prussia was made, and seeing photographs of like the cemetery over there and the factory, and it's just so interesting.
Right.
Yeah, I sent a picture on Facebook of me in Poland. I don't know the street, but he wrote back and said that I was on Water Street.
You knew where you were
Yeah,
standing.
well, that's Water Street.
Right, they're still looking for you.
Still looking for me. They assigned me a babysitter. Held on to me right here.
So again, I mentioned the sponsorship, which I think has been very successful. That's been a really good benefit. Then we have a mix and match page, or a want list, and David's going to show us how to get to that. I think that's been a real plus. A lot of things about historical information. The Rhoda flyer just shows we've had occasion to talk about what something sold for 10 years ago, and then there was an interesting cup, a Hindenburg cup that was
the members from Canada located a cup and saucer. Actually, it was a Denman cup and saucer with Hindenburg, and it was something the seller from Germany wouldn't actually ship to USA, and he, being from Germany, said, well, could you ship it to my parents, and I'll just pick it up when I go visit them. But he was just so tickled to get it, and I think he found it pretty much through Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then educational, we post excerpts from past convention presentations. You know, if we're talking about a LeBrun portrait or whatever the case may be, I might post some slides to, just to convey some information and background on a particular item. So there's been a lot of educational opportunities through this. And there's been more than a share of humor.
That
David is like Photoshop king.
That's the rare barnyard snow turkey.
And then from wannabe cartoonists, we've got some, I don't know if you all can see that.
That was hilarious.
The dog is looking at the ball and says, we always have to check for flea bites. And, do you want to read that one, Gary?
Did you ever notice the way collectors just stare at you? Did you see the way that guy tried to pick me up? Was his name Gary?
And then the social aspect has been very enjoyable. Collectors have gotten together, they've visited homes and talked about their hobbies and such. So that's been a real benefit that we've derived from the page. Auction results and comments about auctions, it comes up sometimes. We'll talk about a particular item that a lot of people have been following, and then it'll be reported on the Facebook site.
And something I want to mention too is like when we show like a photograph on Facebook, this is in a sense kind of just like, it's part of Facebook always. And you can at any point click like all the photos on Facebook and go through hundreds and what seems like thousands
way
of
back machine,
photographs.
from when we first started.
So like that eBay ad, when that was added maybe a year or so ago, that's just like always there, Maybe it take a while to find it, going through all the photos, but the fact that every time we add something, it's there, like from now on. It's
You
amazing.
could see an auction, and it may not be something that's right your cup of tea, but it's got some bizarre mark, and you're like, oh God, I wonder if they might want to see this. So what you could do is just highlight, click, copy, paste the auction right in the comment thing, and say, have you ever seen this mark? And then everybody gets to see some whacked out mark they haven't seen.
Mhm.
And you found it just by going through your eBay.
Mm-hmm. Right, there's been a lot of interesting marks and molds that have come up and been discussed. And again,
And people just say simply,
Yeah.
does anyone ever seen this mark? Do they think it's Slagle mulch?
right, and whenever I can, I try to download those for the book I'm going to write someday. And then item identification has been a big plus, and actually this is a cracker jar that I owned that I was pretty sure it was RS, but I could never find the mold and had it posted. And in fact, a lot of people validated that it was in fact RS, and they pointed some, references for me to check, and that's been really great. A lot of new discoveries. Again, this particular one was found overseas, right?
Is that Jerry?
Well, I think a member from Florida bought that vase, and then we were reading the inscription and were able to find the building.
Mm-hmm. In Copenhagen. Right. And it is RS Sewell.
RS Sewell.
Yes. So again, new discoveries are posted pretty often. A lot of people asked for information. For example, someone wanted to know if there was a name for these particular figural scenes. Some people ask our opinions or ask for opinions about how much is something worth.
And then just, if the person just feels like they want to give their opinion, everybody can give their
Right,
opinion.
and I think that's where I say it's peer regulated. If 5 people say it's worth $175 to $200, it kind of gives the person an idea of what it's really worth at the time. And then another major benefit is this international museum contact, and this gentleman is Richard Whitkey.
Richard Whitkey in Poland. One day I was sitting at home, and all of a sudden somebody asked to join from the Museum of Porcelain Aristoteles. And I'm thinking, wow, we've really arrived. And we've been great friends ever since, and he has like a couple thousand pieces. Unfortunately, he says like the beautiful like RS red mark pieces that we have here in the USA, he just cannot find them in Poland. So he just is so envious of us for having the beautiful pieces we have. But it's
Well,
neat
he's got
making
some
friends.
interesting pieces, and
Oh,
a lot of
yeah,
us have
wonderful.
sent
Yeah, he's
stuff.
got some
Yeah.
wonderful stuff.
He's
Yeah.
literally got like the figurines of like polar bear and
The Whippet,
Whippet
and the
and
Whippet's bigger than anything, and then the, what is it, ram hog
a big ram.
with his huge horns?
Ibex.
Ibex, yeah.
Famous Ibex.
And he asked me to tell everyone that if anyone wants to send him pieces for his museum, he takes all donations, and he doesn't even mind if a piece is broken, a whole bunch of pieces.
Apparently he's a great restorer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
Oh, is this the demonstration?
well, almost, yeah. Just how to join this part is easy. The very simple. If you type in facebook.com, you'll get this little form to fill out, and some of the fill-ins are optional. You don't have to put all your personal information. We don't want to know your height, weight.
I want to also tell everyone, when you join Facebook, you can set a filter on there so that no one can see your personal information unless they're like a Facebook friend of yours. So that's something you can set when you go into Facebook, and any of us would be able, would be more than happy to help. Because basically, when you're on the RS Prussia Facebook, you can only see each other's comments of people that are part of RS Prussia Facebook. Someone else that's out there on Facebook, if they come to RS Prussia Facebook, they can't see what we're talking about. They can't see what we're looking at unless they ask to join, and we check them out and allow them to join.
Here, where in the blog that says search for people, places, just type in RS Prussia and enter. And as we mentioned, it's a closed group. Anybody can see the group and who's in it, but only members can see the post. That's the way it's defined.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to describe, that only those who belong can see all the things we're sharing with each other. So it's not like just people out there on the internet can come and see, that so-and-so bought, a beautiful tankard a couple weeks ago. It's only if you're a member of the group can you see these things.
So again, the administrator will approve a request and we monitor for valid profiles. And I can't say that we've had any known problems to date.
Not that I'm
Really,
aware of.
I don't think, we want to make sure nobody gets harassed or anybody becomes vulnerable with respect to, you know,
Generally, people that join have been recommended by somebody else, they're a
Mhm.
friend of someone that's already a part of the group. Or if we just truly see someone who's just joined and they've never been a part of Facebook and we can't see that they currently know, like, you know, all these other people, we'll send them a note saying, you know, how'd you find out about us? Or do you collect RS Prussia? Just to find out that they're not someone who wants to come to our group and try to solicit, you know.
at this point, I think we'll actually take a look at the page, and if you're not already familiar, you'll see a few little tricks and techniques.
That's one of my bugs.
He drinks from a Prussia bowl
Oh, I've got to get on hotel's internet.
though. If you need to connect automatically next time.
Well, it should just kind of like it automatic last time.
Oh, yeah, I just, I did too. Yeah, drop, yeah. I can remember it's,
Might be
Capital
It's capital
D.
D.
He was just making sure that you were really careful about doing this.
It's a really important bluebird.
Here we go, this is just like my regular Facebook page. And what I got over here to the left is, this is kind of the groups I belong to, my high school and the RS Prussia Facebook group. And here's, let's see here. Okay, so here's it's kind of like the main page. And I'm not real sure why it's not going full screen. Well, anyway, so here we go. Like, these are like where people make all these different posts, and you know, like share different pictures and things. Here, purchased this ES picture today. Thought that the color was beautiful. Here's pictures. No, normally we don't normally share things other than Prussia, but one of my pugs been having medical problems, and I feel like all the people on RS Prussia Facebook are my friends, and since my little buddy is so important to me, I was sharing his picture.
open that picture so you can see how.
So here's a plate that somebody shared, and see how like people make comments. Absolutely beautiful. Well, he's got here a plate that I purchased yesterday. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. Dennis, thank you. Hanging basket icicle mold, one of my favorites. I love it. So we get a lot of, I think we, you know, really feel good about our purchases generally. And here's where we were telling the group,
Me.
well, we're telling Gary about the how to get to the upcoming convention, and I thought he needed a picture because he was having trouble figuring out. And I've been joked about